Hello everyone. We are starting with a special focus series on prelims 2021. In it, toppers of the country would be sharing their experience regarding prelims as well as how to prepare for it. In this, we would be discussing multiple topics, and for today, we would be discussing art and culture. For this, we have with us Arushi Mishra. In 2018, she was selected as Deputy SP in UP. In 2019, she got second rank in Indian Forest Service. And in 2020, she got All India rank of 229 in Civil Services examination. With this, I request Arushi ma'am to please tell us how did you prepare for art and culture and how to prepare for this particular topic. Please.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, KSG, for inviting me on this platform. Sir, to tell how art and culture is very important, we should start from here if the subject is having some weightage in the prelims, and then also only we have to prepare. So the thing is that every time, every successive year, the questions that are coming from art and culture are increasing. And the trend that I have seen in my attempts with regards to prelims is that the art and culture, the weightage of art and culture is increasing, and as well as questions of art and culture are often intertwined with history, and hence it is taking a large chunk. For example, like 6 to 7 questions in the last year as well. So it has become a fashion that we do not want to study art and culture because we don't like it, or we're not able to memorize it. But the point is that you have to do if you want to score. That's the practical thing. And there is a very fine line where you say that I do not want to do that, but you have to do that. So what I will be discussing is that even if you don't like art and culture, if you don't like history, and majority of the people do not, I do not, but there has never been a year where I'm not able to solve the questions of art and culture. And I have been consistently scoring like 140 plus in prelims.
Wow.
So it has been, and it is the score of like 5 years. So average. So I can say with very confidence that when you follow a particular strategy, then it is very good how to eliminate, and then you can do that. So, sir, with this approach, I'll be dealing how to prepare for art and culture.
And in that, please do tell the importance also of art and culture. A lot of people may skip this portion because, as you rightly said, that they may not like this topic. But then, before we start, if you could tell the importance of art and culture, particularly for the PT.
Yes, sir. So, platonically speaking, people tend to see that art and culture, I do not, what I already stated, that do not have interest in what are the monuments are, what the philosophical schools are, or what is there in Buddhism and Jainism. But the importance of art and culture lies, if we go very practically, it lies only with the fact that we have to study it. And it is because the number of questions are increasing, its relation with history is also increasing. And there are some questions in current affairs segment that is asked in PT that have like 3 or 4 options. And in those 3 or 4 options, you can, if you have a decent knowledge of art and culture, you can certainly eliminate the options and you can get the results. So in my understanding, it is not one of the subjects you can ignore. And certainly other subjects also cannot be ignored. But just having this idea that art and culture can be done away with is not a good idea, sir. So in that way, I think that importance of it is growing every day. And even now, when we see the last year's papers, the medieval history culture part is also being asked.
Yes.
So considering that, it is very important that we focus on all the 3 segments of history and culture.
So what approach did you take in dealing with art and culture?
Yes. With regards to art and culture, first thing I would like to say that the way I'll be telling is that if we do not have an interest with history or with art and culture, how we have to approach that. Not having interest does not mean that we do not have to study much. Not having interest is to find out a way how you need to study. So the first thing is reading history. We would not start with art and culture directly because it does not make sense, because it is random facts spilled over in every direction, and it makes no sense because you will not be able to remember. Yes. So in that case, reading of history is required, but in a chronological manner, if I say. First thing is, I would suggest people, students, to go to the YouTube and watch history videos related when it is history videos where a timeline of history is dealt. For example, ancient, medieval, modern, explaining how the timelines have been went, which ruler came, which thing happened, and grasping history from that timeline in a very interactive YouTube video.
Okay.
Then I would suggest reading the history books twice of ancient, medieval, and modern. Whatever book a person is reading, it does not. I do not have to comment on that. Whatever book you might read, but read it twice, and then again come back to the timelines. And with time, whenever I say see the video of the timelines, it's like whenever you are eating, you are having relaxing. Whenever you don't want to study anything, relaxing is not the right word. Relaxing, you should watch some different things. But whenever you're eating, you're not doing anything, you don't want to do anything, just watch the timelines again, so that it fixes in your head that what thing happened when, which ruler came where, when, which place exactly. If we talk about Magad, or if we talk about Shungas, if we talk about Cholas, where exactly they were located and in which time span they were located. So it gives a very good idea about history. After you have done it in like 1 or 2 months, 1.5 months, then I would suggest that then go to culture. Before that, reading culture is making absolutely no sense, because you'll not be able to remember things, and then you'll try to mug up things,
which would become very difficult for student to retain for a longer time, right? So as rightly said, आप बोल रहे हैं कि first we have to make a timeline, at least in our mind, through the videos, through the standard textbook, and then we should venture into the art and culture.
Right, sir. And after that history's knowledge, you come to an art and culture part. So there I'll be telling you 3 books that I referred. First is Themes in Indian History. As everybody knows, it is in class 11th history. Okay. Class 11th culture book, Themes in Indian History.
NCERT.
Indian culture, NCERT, right. So it is an 11th class book. I would suggest that read this book, and even focus on the diagrams that are mentioned. Because there are many times questions that are directly from the diagrams, as you might have seen in the last year trends as well. So
diagram के नीचे छोटा सा चीज लिखा होता है. You are talking about that, right?
हाँ, that and as well as the diagram. अभी कुछ शायद बोधिसत्व के बारे में, पद्मपानी बोधिसत्व के बारे में आया था कुछ साल पहले, and it was that I was not in a mood. I would say it was a naivety that I was not in a mood to revise, not read. I had read it, but I was not in a position to revise exactly. But I just saw, let's see the drawings that are there, and I'll go for the PT in the revision segment. I just saw the drawings and the question was there the next day. So I was like, okay, this can also be done. So you should focus on the things that you think the examiner would like to focus. It is easier, it is on your face, and you should be knowing that kind of stuff. So secondly, I would suggest the book that is referred by people is Nitin Singhania. That book is a very relevant book. So when person gets time, I would suggest that do not read the book in one go. Read it in like 10 pages a day. Give it time. Read it like novel, for example, because it is very difficult to read and retain things. And retain things in a very selective manner. Not everything that where exactly Cornice was there or where exactly this Charbagh was there. See, filter things regarding the important topics I'll be telling later. So you can focus on that, but read the book holistically. The third thing that I would, the third source that I referred was the Lucent. Lucent book, though it is termed as very naive or not suggestible for UPSC students, but sir, I realized that there are like 50 to 58 pages regarding the prehistory, ancient, modern, medieval and modern. And in that chronology, if you read, very small, very factual things are contained. That is very helpful with respect to elimination. So I think reading of that book and even learning of that book, those 50 pages, is very important. And it is because of that particular book that my questions never go wrong in this dimension. I would highly suggest doing that, though it is not considered as a strategy, but I personally feel that it is.
You have been clearing all the examination 2018, 19, 20. So you are saying it means it has to be important.
Yes, sir. Sir, it is important. And I would like to suggest students that along with reading these books, what my idea of studying was that every time I read a book, there are plethora of resources available on the internet, that is particularly YouTube. that, for example, themes in Indian history, the NCERT book will also have been dealt by someone on the YouTube. Just watch the video. Nitin Singhania book must have been dealt by someone. Just watch the video. Same with Lucent. Whenever you're eating or you're not doing anything, you want to lie on the couch and just watch. It helps in the way that you start to noticing things and patterns, and somehow in your latent subconscious the points are being sublimed, and then whenever you're going to answer a question in the examination, you think very seriously, and then somehow you just get a feel that this is the answer, and that exactly feel is all the thing. You cannot be very sure about the answers every time. So elimination, it helps in that.
So in art and culture, maybe we have to use the elimination method.
Yes, I would suggest that elimination method is important for every subject, but not exactly with respect to the geography and polity, where the answers are fixed. What is there is there. Otherwise, history is very vast and other subjects are very dynamic. So there the common sense is very important, and from there elimination is the key by which you can score every time like 130, 140 plus.
What suggestion would you like to give to the students who are preparing for the PT regarding art and culture?
So regarding art and culture, I like to add two things, that do test papers a lot. With a lot, I say that do like 30-40 test papers and make sure that you revise them. And particularly art and culture, if you say, I would not suggest reading old NCERTs or anything, because when you do the test papers of any test series, test center, you are able to solve questions and as well as get the answers, solutions of the topics that are actually important, because somebody is doing it for you. Just use it. Do not go and search by your own on your NCERT, I would suggest. And every day make sure that you revise one test paper as well, so that doing a test paper is not important as much as revising it for like 1, 2 or 3 times is very important, so that you reproduce what you have learned.
Yes, even means a lot of students are just attempting the paper and looking at the right answer or the wrong answer, and then they go ahead to the next paper. But then, as you rightly said, that you have to revise the paper, even the question paper, see where did you go wrong. At the same time, even see why an answer was wrong or an answer was right. So let's say we also provide an additional reading material on why a question was wrong, why a question was right. So it's a very valid point. And can you tell me your experience regarding how KSG has helped you in your preparation?
Yes, sir. Sir, to be very frank, that I met Khan sir during my interview, and that was it was a first meeting, because I have been to KSG sessions that were open for all sessions. I went to many sessions while I was in Delhi, and I have many notes. Now I do not recall even the topic, but I have many notes of KSG. I remember going to the old building and new building as well. But a personal interaction with Khan sir was the thing that impressed me a lot, because during the interview session I realized that sir is very motivating, and there are plethora of books and material that you can find on internet. But Khan sir, what he does is he makes you very confident about the person you are, what you can do in life. And it is for the same reason that for 2-3 times I went to sir regarding the suggestions about improving the personality or how I can do better. So sir has a very practical and a very impartial view of yours. And I would suggest the students regarding one series that sir has been present on YouTube, because despite not being an aspirant anymore, I have been watching the series till now. Because there sir motivates you. It is like 2 or 3 minutes long series. I guess it is on KSG's YouTube platform. So I would suggest students to watch the video, not to get any idea about KSG or what KSG provides, but what you can become in your life, because Khan sir's guide you about that only. So apart from the resources, I would be very thankful for the motivation that sir gives.
Anything else you would like to suggest to the students before we end this session?
Sir, what I think that there are many resources available for that. I do not need to tell them. All I want to say that if you find someone who can help you, who can guide you. For me, during the interview times, it was Khan sir. During prelims or mains, I was not able to interact with sir that time. But if you find a person who can guide you and motivate you about what you can, then it is very important to talk to that person, because these times are very pressurizing times in terms of family, in terms of isolation and everything. And consistently preparing for 2 or 3 years for prelims is a very challenging exercise in itself. So
when did you start your preparation?
Sir, I graduated in 2014, but I sincerely started my preparation in 2015. And it took 3 years to start getting results. So I would suggest that people should keep their spirits high. And that is probably the most important thing that one should do. And one thing, sir, I want to add one extra thing. My suggestion to students would be that I do suggest them watching the Topper strategy that is available on various platforms on YouTube, because and evaluate, make a notes of what people say and what you can do, so that every time you can be dynamic about your strategy. You can never be stable and think that you have done everything. So you just need to be active in the market. So just watch the videos.
Thank you, Arushi, for sharing your insights regarding the art and culture. I hope it helps everyone who is preparing